What's up guys, Chasing Layman here with episode number 65 of Welcome to Wroxham, and in today's episode we are playing Crewe Alexandra in a long-awaited game towards the back end of the season. So before we hit the intro, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all those comments down below, and share this with your friends. Let's get some people interested in watching this for the old machine learning or whatnot, and we'll roll the intro. Let's do it. So I guess we should start by going through what you've missed since the last episode. And in terms of games played, of course, the last game we saw was that incredible 0-0 draw against Rochdale, which we followed with a 0-0 draw against Tranmere. We then beat Bristol Rovers 1-0 with a goal from Gareth Bale before losing 1-0 to Mansfield. A 2-1 win over AFC Fylde with Ben Dodd and Ronnie Stutter scoring for us. I believe you've met Ronnie Stutter already. Have a quick check, was he in this game? He was. Good. There we go. And then we had a 3-0 win over Forest Green with Jaden Williams, Austin Chumeze and Kyle Samuel getting on the score sheet. We then have two losses on the bounce, both 2-1s to Gillingham and to Leighton Orient. Jaden Williams scoring in the 83rd minute in both, in some weird kind of confluence of coincidence, which means that in the League 2 table we are currently sitting in 14th. Which is a little bit of a dire situation. There are 13 games left to go, including the one we're playing today, in the season. With 46 points, we sit, quick maths in my head, I should have done before, 17 points ahead of the relegation candidates. We sit 8 points behind Crewe, today's opponents, in the playoffs. So we are having some stuff to play for a little bit. We're just trying to make sure we get at least comfortably mid-table, but I would like to think we can sneak our way into the playoffs if all goes in our favour. So without any further ado, let's go meet the starting lineup for today. So only one new face for you to meet in this week's starting lineup, today's starting lineup I should say, is Celso Coronel, a new goalkeeper that I just signed. I was in the process of signing him before the last episode happened. He's a Paraguayan goalkeeper, 19 years old, hasn't got any caps yet. I think he's an under-18 international or something stupid. He's been playing some games at some level for them, which is obviously how we got his work permit secured. Comes to us from Deportivo Capiata in Paraguay, the team he started his career with, where he got 78 goals conceded in 66 games, which is actually pretty decent for a goalkeeper. Looks good all round, looks like a big potential kind of keeper. He's playing today because Randy Straker is injured, but I don't think there's anything between them. We signed him for £1 million. When this is £1 million, it's a very stretched out £1 million, as in I've essentially taken the Chelsea-Barcelona route of accounting. It's £1 million fee. He is our most expensive player ever, but that £1 million is stretched out very much over the next few years, so we can afford him, sort of, as long as we keep getting promoted. So even if this year's a write-off, we do need to get promoted next year to be able to afford him. Or we're going to have to sell him to make up the losses. It's going to be an interesting one either way. Anyway, I think Celso Coronel is going to be a great goalkeeper for us. I think he's going to be fine long-term, and hopefully he'll contribute a lot to the side, or bankrupt us. It could go either way. I'm very aware we have to build new stadiums and new training facilities. We are actually currently building new training facilities, but we need to build better new training facilities as the season goes on. Anyway, the rest of the team is Martin Carrizo at right back, Doran Gonzalez at centre half, Fabio starts at left back today, Javon Mitchell as the defensive midfielder behind Cooper Dunn and right. Rafael Diaz and Bale start on the wings, with Jada Williams, of course, starting up top. Finn Burns, Ryan Edwards, Amari Forson, Ronnie Stutter, Kyle Samuel, Jurgen Elitim, and Abu Kamara, who I think you met last episode. I can't remember. Abu Kamara was an Englishman we signed from Norwich, comes on free after they released him, and I thought we'd give him a chance because he's played a lot of lovely Premier League and Championship football in the last couple of years, which leads me to believe that he might be a decent player. Just a thought. Anyway, let's go kick this one off and see if we can get ourselves a result today against the mighty Crewe. So here in the dressing room, we're going to say that I think we need to show everyone their recent praise is justified, put on a real show out there, and that's motivated most of the team. That's pretty good. I do think we're going to do the go make a difference shout as well, though, just to be on the safe side, because that seems to be the one that does the most to motivate the boys. So someone to go out there and make a difference, and it's not really affecting anything. Hopefully Jaden Williams will go excited when I tell him to give us an edge in attack. He doesn't, but it's okay. Jaden Williams has scored a few goals recently, so he isn't off form entirely. We, of course, know our usual 4-5-1, 4-3-3, depending what you call it, formation. Crewe are playing 4-4-2 because 4-4-2, of course, works. Also, Gutierrez Ramirez is at the right back. I had a little look at him, so I was like, cheeky Latin in there. Bit good. Wrexham, by the way, we're playing them in the next episode. They are on course for automatic promotion, so this could be the last season for a while where we play Wrexham, which could be very interesting. Either way, game is underway, so let's go and see what we can do to get a result, shall we? Well, it's starting to look a little bit like we're heading for another 0-0 thriller. The only excitement so far is discovering the referee is called Neil Hare. Otherwise, literally nothing has happened thus far in the first half. I've been trying to yell as much encouragement at the boys as possible to try and maybe inspire them to try and get a goal. Rafael Diaz doesn't look like he's great on the right wing. I think that may have been a mistake putting him out there. But, you know, you live and you learn from your mistakes. And so far, the mistake has been having Rafael Diaz as a right winger. He's not been terribly good, and half-time is very much about to come upon us, which is not going to be terribly helpful. You can see from the XG, we're on top, but we're not exactly setting the world on fire in the rain here at Trafford Park, so that's not helping us tremendously. But we're getting bigger and bigger crowds, which is good. I think we're going to do another... I think we're going to tell everyone we're happy with dominating possession, because we have dominated possession. That's a good shout. I think we're just going to have a little chat with Rafa Diaz here and just say to him that he wasn't that bad. He can still improve. I believe in him. Hopefully he will go out fired up for the second half. He does need to contribute something in this second half. Otherwise, I will start looking at taking him off, because we cannot have one of our key attacking players being off form. This is the first highlight of the game, by the way. Carrizo de Cooper done to Rafael Diaz. Hopefully he's going to respond straight away, because we do need something to happen. Back to Carrizo. Carrizo finds Mitchell. Mitchell forward looking for Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams puts it away, and we've responded immediately in kind with a goal. Very good stuff from Jaden Williams in the first half. There looks like there was some question of offside in there. Doesn't look like it came to fruition, so that's gone okay. Mitchell doing an excellent job to put the ball through. Apologies for the lag, by the way. I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done in a weekend where I'm not super blessed with time, and I do have a video editing in the background, so it might slow things down a little bit. But hopefully we'll be okay. Hopefully it'll be at least watchable, and we will get ourselves through this together and get a result against Crewe to help drive us up the league. Right, Smith for Crewe, long switch ball to Tabiner on the right hand side, cuts inside looking to get through to, I assume, Mitch Curry. Burns tries to make a clearance, and it's just gone wide for Crewe. I've brought on Finn Burns at centre half. Rafael Diaz replaced by Ronnie Stutter on the right wing. I always stutter when I say his name. I don't know why. Super weird. Anyway, we're going to make a couple more subs in a second, I think. Gonzalez, Fabio, and Wright are going to come out. In fact, let's do that together while we're talking, just so we can have at least some footage of some tactics, so people believe I do actually do them occasionally. Right, Fabio's coming off for Ryan Edwards to come on. We're going to take off Oscar Gonzalez. We're going to send in Kyle Samuel and switch those two centre halves around, just because I feel like playing with Kyle Samuel on the right hand side. A little bit of a stronger move, and we're going to take off Jacob Wright and send in Jürgen Elite, which should be a like-for-like swap. Good job. That's all of our subs used. Let's see if that brings out any kind of change in our playing ability, in our dominance of the game. Maybe gets us a second goal. Goal kick now for Crewe. Conroy taking it, going deep down the field. We need to win this in the air, and we do with Finn Burns, only as far as Smith. Christoffel puts it forward, looking for Mitch Curry. Mitch Curry with a finish. And that, I guess, is karma finally coming to get me. Mitch Curry, of course, we managed him at Sunderland, and I let him go pretty early in the series because I didn't think he was going to make it. I think I sold him to AFC Wimbledon, if memory serves. And Mitch Curry did remember, apparently, over a couple of versions of the game, and decided to finally bite us, finally punish us, and now we have to really fight to get ourselves back in the game. We'll do a shout for some encouragement to try and get ourselves back into this game late on in the second half. We can't afford to be dropping points like this with the playoffs still a possibility, especially to teams in the playoffs. So a second goal here would be vital for our season. There's just a few minutes left ticking down, and we really, really need something big here. And I'm just having that thought now. Let's go big, the way we always go big, and switch to the attacking 4-3-3 and see what happens. So you've seen me use this formation before. It is our attacking 4-3-3. That's what we're going to see the game out with. And Gareth Bale going to be playing as a defensive forward. I feel like that's a deep line forward. I feel like that might be a mistake. I think Jaden Williams might be slightly better at that. I'm not super certain. We're just going to go with it. We'll see who the best of the attacking forwards is. The advanced forwards is. That's going to... Is there an advantage to sticking Ronnie Stutter as the advanced forward? And not really. Not really. It's fine. We'll go with that. That'll be okay. We're going to go and see if we can snatch a late goal. We've used this before with great effect. It's kind of my go-to if desperate break glass formation. And hopefully it will pay off. I don't know if 100% sure it will pay off. I'll be completely honest with you. But we're going to give it a go. Having 3 up top in the late stage of the game cannot be hurtful to our chances. It certainly cannot break us, you'd hope. So we'll try and get this done. Can we get the late highlight? Don't think it's going to come. I think we're just going to end up seeing this one out. We have got the late highlight, but it is for Crewe, and Offord is taking a throw-in to Curry. Curry looking for his teammate, gives it away. Mitchell to Bale. Williams on the ball now. Cooper done. Are we going to get that late goal on the way through? Stutter is here. Can he get it to get the ball over? Elite team looking for a shot. Edwards heads it on to Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale is through, and Gareth Bale with a late winner in the very dying embers of injury time at the end of the game. And Gareth Bale comes up with a late piece of Welsh wizardry. Let's have a look again on the replay. Stutter to Elite team. Elite team pounds it off the defender. Edwards there to head it down to Gareth Bale, who turns and puts it away. The late winner potentially comes from our hero, Gareth Bale, newly appointed club captain as well, because I sold the last club captain, Ollie Ewing, and we have managed to pull off an absolute blinder here in the dying moments of the game. Let's just skip through that, because that is not a thing we need to see. What we need to see is the boys in the dressing room. I don't want to just leave the room. That's a bit mean. Everyone thought we'd lose. We've just proven them wrong. Be proud. Great win. It was a great win. Gareth Bale taking the Man of the Match award home with him as well. For that late winner, a bit harsh on Jaden Williams maybe, because he was more consistently good throughout the game. But Gareth Bale has delighted the fans, and now we get to see how that has affected the league table. So, looking at the league table then, that's actually helped us out an awful lot, because we've moved up into 12th. Crewe are now 5 points ahead of us, obviously having taken 3 points out of their lead over us in that final playoff berth. And they've stayed in the final playoff berth, because while Bradford have won to put themselves in 8th, they don't have the goal difference to knock them out. Looking elsewhere in the playoff picture, of course, we can have a little look, see what's happened there. Swindon haven't played today, so there's a chance they'll get themselves up into 7th. Forest Green have lost to AFC Fylde. That's worked out nicely for us as well. How have Rochdale done? Rochdale have lost to Bristol Rovers 3-0, which brings Rovers into the playoff picture a little bit more, but does hurt Rochdale. And Doncaster are reachable as well by us, just about. They've lost to Harrogate. Barrow are reachable by us as well, I think, and they have won today, so that's fine. That's why they are up into 3rd. Wrexham's running. They've lost 2-0 to Northampton, so they might not even get automatically promoted on that kind of form. But I think it was a bad day for all of the teams at the top, except for Barrow and for Mansfield, who win 5-3. Above us as well, Tranmere beat Cheltenham, who are the team directly above us now. That will help us out immensely going into the back end of the season. Of course, we've already seen Bristol Rovers picking up a big result against Rochdale. So, of the teams above us today, wins only really for Bristol Rovers, for Bradford City, for Barrow and for Mansfield, which means we have closed the gap on the teams above us. Crawley, I think, have picked up a win today as well over Gillingham, so that will have helped them to leapfrog Sutton and Woking, who have, I guess, both taken the big L's because there's no draws there. So good times all around. We're looking good for the run-in. Let's have a little look and see who we're playing on the way in. Next game, as I said, will be the return game against Wrexham, but we need to see ultimately who we're playing in that run-in and where they are in relation to us. So looking at the run-in then, we're playing Sutton next time out. They're in 14th, so we just need to finish, or just need to get a good result against them. We then play Swindon, who are in 9th, so not far above us, a fellow playoff contender. That's going to be interesting. I just realised I've got a player unregistered that I should have sorted out. That could be awkward. And I think he's unregistered because he's on trial. I'm trying to sign this guy, Mislav Orsic. He is, we'll talk about him as a tangent, let's do that. Mislav Orsic is a Croatian international, 53 caps, released by Fulham. I thought I'd take a look at him, so I brought him in on trial just to see if we can bring him in to add some firepower to the team in the run-in. That would be interesting. Well, I'll let you know how that goes towards the end of it, or when we come back, of course. Anyway, we'll play Cambridge next, they're in 17th, Northampton 18th, so it should be easy-ish points. Then Bradford, who are above us and on the cusp of the playoffs, we need to pick up a result there. Woking below us need to beat them. They are very close to us in the table. Walsall are very near the bottom, so we need to beat them. Barrow in 3rd, win there would be enormous for us. It might even give us a very outside chance of winning automatic promotion. Barnet in 16th, hopefully an easy win. Crawley just below us in the league in 13th. They're going to be a real challenge for us. Then we play Wrexham, who sit 2nd, and Doncaster, who sit 4th. So this could be a very big run. I am contemplating coming back for an episode before then. Do we want to come back for the Bradford game before we come back for Wrexham? I'm thinking we will, because that will tell us where we are in relation to the playoffs. So instead of change the plan, we're going to come back for Bradford on Wednesday, then we'll come back for Wrexham on Friday. We'll wrap the season up on Monday with the Doncaster game, depending how things are looking. With the playoff potential, maybe we'll have some playoff games next week. Who knows? We'll soon find out. Anyway, let's wrap things up there. Thank you for watching, guys. I have, as always, been Chasing Lenny. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, share it with your friends, leave the comments. Do you think we can make the playoffs? Are we going to sneak in, maybe pick up some form on the way there? Please do let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I have been Chasing Lenny. I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe, and until next time, have a good one.